All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do something today. Let's do something different. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about the American dream. Let's talk about what we're trying to do. Now, everybody's going a little crazy out there. We see TikTok, Google, YouTube, and everybody's doing the blah, blah, blah. Here's my problem. All that motivational thing, there's 13 events coming up with this person, that person. Wow. Do you need to hear someone else's story again and again? Or do you need the foundation? You see, without the foundation, it's all a blah, blah, blah. And less than 3% of anybody goes to those events do anything. They listen and they get motivated. Wow, that lasts a week, maybe a day, maybe a month. Now let's do this. Write down my name. I'm Ray Reynolds. Okay, write it down now. And what I want you to understand something today. We're going to talk about your life and time. Time is our problem because it's always against us. This is live, and the reality is you can ask questions as we go through this process today. First part, I'm going to say do not take pictures or record. Why? Because I need you to get it here. It's a mindset. You see, when I was used and abused as a kid, I thought it sucked. I wanted to fight, get out of hell. So I wanted to figure out, how do I do that? How do I start being eaten out of a trash can and getting to the point I get to million and billion? Well, guess what I did? I got my first million at 14 and a half through corporate structure. You know what? I got my first billion at 21 through corporate structure and 2.6 billion at 26. How am I doing so far? Now I've been online and radio for over 40 plus years. So I got a lot of things to give you. I'd like you to pay attention today, put it here. Now understand, I'm going to I'm going to ask you to write down, see it, believe it, go get it. I want to show you what worked for me. I would see what I wanted, make a list, I'd pray, go get it. And that's what I did. If something got in my way, I'd study again and again. I read about 15, 20 books a week at the time. What I want to do, figure it out. Accounting, law, what do you need to do? Everybody had an opinion. You ever notice that? When you talk about your story, everybody's got an opinion. You're going to tell them what your idea might be. And you know what that person says? All the opinions? Look what they live. Look what their car. I bet you they don't have diddly squat, but they sure in the hell have an opinion. You see, the American dream is simple. Live on the hill, drive the car of your dreams. So they see you, they get diddly squat. That's how I look at it. So I'll understand. There's me, 1981. Highest kick on this planet. I'm 13 feet in the air after 2 feet. Fastest kick too. Now, white men can't jump? I hear a lot of idiots say that every day. Or should I say stupid people? I don't understand something today. You see, I know it's rules and tools, but I got lucky through that process of life. I got to train Ken Yarborough, TRW security chief. I got to show him what I think this credit system should be. I'd like you to write down 25 and 29%. I'm going to teach you some rules and tools today. And if you listen carefully, I'll get you to millionaire status. Now, I like goodies. You like goodies? Goodies to me are Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and mansions. In the harbor, oh, Beverly Hills, oh, no problem. How about Big Bear? How about Havasu too? Now we get to have some fun. Now, I want you to write some things down. So I want you to have your cell phone ready on certain pictures I want you to take. Now, we're going to talk about winning the game of business. My first series over 40 years ago, winning the game of business, I brought that 2.6 billion at 26. So the bottom line is we want to win the game of business, but the reality is nobody's really teaching all the pieces. And that's the problem. I know you got these nice kids with their baseball caps backwards, acting like freaking experts, but are they worth a million, a billion? I doubt it, but the reality is they sure got a lot of blah, blah, blah today. Then you watch some of those other people. Oh, motivation, rules and tools. Let's write it down. Let's write down Ray's rules and tools. Ray's rules and tools. Let's understand. It's like Miss Walker. She's a nice lady. When I talked to her about a year and a half ago, she's going to file bankruptcy and do debt consolidation. See, what she wanted to do is basically learn how to get to be a millionaire. We wanted to be rich. Well, I think that's kind of dumb. You know what she did? She wasted $100,000 hawking her house and all her stuff, and her credit went to crap. A 310, by the way, and then went back to a 400, then 500, 600. Ay, 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 ay. Worst credit score I saw during the pandemic was a 240. Now, she hired Ty Denzel. She hired all these people. Hey, she even hired Tony Baloney. Wow, let's motivate some more. How good is that? He's got an event coming up too. Wow, 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 wow. You know what? She wasted $100,000. Almost went bankrupt. Literally going to do debt consolidation. So let's ask you a serious question today. Every one of you, all right, have you went to these events before? How much money did you spend? How further than you were the next day? You see, here's the problem. Without rules and tools, I think it's a bunch of BS. That's just my opinion. Are you older, slower? You're not as pretty as you used to be. So the goal is simple. How do we get past go? See, I think you're stuck. That's just my opinion. I think every one of you are stuck. You see, you get up every morning, you get through whatever you do, and it's the same damn routine. You've been basically boring routine all along. Sorry. And then you basically, oh, what am I going to do now? What do we do now? Stop. If you don't reprogram you and get the foundations of rules and tools, you're never going to get there. Come on, you're 45 to 75 years old. You haven't won the lottery, you getting a damn raise. Here's your problem. You jacked up your credit. You see what happens? You jacked up these cards. You got stuck, you couldn't get any more. See, I want you to put a sticky in every back of your card. Sticky. I want you to write down the limit of the card. And then I want you to remember something that I created for the system 25-20% rule. 25% should be on those credit cards, never past 29%. When you go past 29%, what did you do? You jacked them up, got stuck, couldn't get any more. You backed yourself and family in a corner and honked your house. I call that silly and stupid. It's hard to say, but it's true. See, we're not stupid people. The reality is we do stupid all the time. And the bottom line is, what did you do? See, a $10,000 credit card's only worth $2,900. You got one, you go, oh, goody, honey, let's go to dinner. Let's go shopping. Let's max the sucker out. There goes your score. You got stuck, couldn't get any more. You see, your problem is you didn't plan. You did not plan that old what day? That old shit day, week, month, or year. Sorry, it's just true. Every time we go through a process of bad, we always go, oh, shit. Well, that's what you do. Now, understand, if these fluctuate, what do? We find the ones that don't fluctuate, these two here. See, let's understand something. If all cards fluctuate, but these two, that means we can max these out to $1 million and pay to a time limit, and we don't bring the pain home. And you can maintain a 750 score. See, the reality is your lack of knowledge is your stupidity. You're not stupid, but our lack of knowledge is our stupidity, man or woman. We do stupid things all the time. Why do we watch America's Funniest Video? Because they're doing stupid things. That's why we think it's funny. But you did it too, didn't you? Let's understand today. This is time. Our problem is this, time. What happens when we lose our job? We have an emergency. Well, it's simple. With 8 months, it's oh shit. We can't pay the car payment. We can't pay the house. We can't buy food. What are we going to do next? See, this is where your score goes, plop. And then for 3 to 5 years, you try to figure out how to do it right. The average person takes 3 years to screw it up, and it takes basically 10 years to try to fix it. See, you can't fix your credit. It's not credit repair because that's against the law. You can't repair your credit. It's not broken, but you can rebuild it. Let's understand about Susie and Bill as an example. They were laid off from their job. They work for the government. Okay. So what do? First of all, we have to look at all their credit. Well, if you look at their credit, my goal is to increase the limits. That's right. I want to give them more before they go to that oh shit day, month, week, or year. See what happens to people, oh, that's too much. Stop. Does it hurt us to have more than we need, or does it kill us when we don't have enough? So if we increase all the limits, we can buy time. That's what we're lacking, right? The next thing we do is we analyze. We have to analyze everyone. So let's understand. This is an annihilation sheet. Annihilation, or as we do this today, to analyze. We have to analyze everybody's credit to know what needs to be done. We have to look at past, present, and future. So to analyze the credit, we have to understand something. Now, this person here started at 639. They ended at an 828. Is that good? An 828 is pretty good for all of us. So what do? As we position this, our goal is to what? Get past go. We need to see the graph go up, 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 and down. See, you're measured by a number. Maybe you don't get it yet. All right. The older you get, the more you realize your credit is going to help you versus kind of being sloppy and kind of lazy about it. If we analyze your credit, I can tell you exactly what needs to be done. And I can show you exactly how to get to a 750 score in about 90 days or less. And it's not that secure card. It's not that blah, 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 and all the other stuff you hear on TikTok and some things, silly things like that too. We analyze the credit. Now what do? Well, first of all, now we need $100,000 of credit. Here's the problem. Okay, you didn't have enough credit to get through the bad times, and you didn't know how to manage it anyway. So instead, you jacked it and got stuck. So 100,000 credit. Let's understand the rules and tools. Raise rules and tools at $100,000 of credit. We can use $29,000 of credit. This is 50,000. Would you like two of these? Okay, it's pretty simple. So again, if we have 100,000 of credit, let's look at the common sense of this. All right, 29,000 we could use. All of a sudden, I lose my job. I have an emergency. Oh shit! What day, month, week, and year? What do? I have 71,000 of safety credit to get through that bad time. See, my problem is I got to buy time till I get the next job or the next income. And what happens with most of you, you jack it up and get stuck. So what we got to do is get past go. So that's what we're going to do next. Then we have to look at all the stuff they waste money on. See, you probably are like everyone else. You waste $50 every other day. That's 700 bucks a month, by the way. So what do we do next? Next, we got to figure this out. A corporation, Chapter 18, public record, not here to be safe an attorney, says it's a legal person. I'll show you that too. A corporation's a legal person. Now, that's nice, but if they sue the corp, they still sue you. See, most people think the corporation protects you, and that's not true. Okay, the corporation was a legal person because Supreme Court says so. Check it out. To receive money, you don't pay tax till you're more profitable. So the corporation, based on the type you get, how you structure it's the right way, and the foundation. Now, we're going to talk about division process. In 1984, I didn't want to basically pay a franchise tax fee. I got all these Shakey's pizzas, shopping centers, 31 flavors, Subways, and all these pieces, all right, and all this structure, and I would have to pay $100,000 a month, all right, for franchise tax fee, because in California, they charge $800 a year if I put all those pieces in corporations. You got a ding dong on, YouTube and Google and, TikTok going, you need 21 LLCs. I mean, I'm sorry. I like to challenge this guy on stage. I think he's an idiot because all he's looking to do is get your money, not teach you rules and tools. So let's understand. If I take one credit card and I get 100,000 in credit, I'm allowed to daisy chain it. So write down daisy chaining. That means we take this card and turn it into 9 more cards. If it's 100,000, I have 9 divisions. That means it's $1 million of credit. Now, here's the thing, because I want you to partner with me. I want you to understand what I did, and I'll explain that as well about auto income, which I developed that as well. So what happens is very simple. If I have 9 divisions with $1 million of credit across the board, each division go buy a Shakey's, 31 flavor, ice cream, whatever, Subway, Wendy's, storage unit, laundromat, dry cleaning, car wash. This is what we're going to do, auto income. I'm going to train you how to be a puppet master. So write down puppet master, please. So if we do this correctly, we can get past go. I think you're stuck, and I think that sucks. Now, here's the thing besides me and anyone else. I'm online or in person or almost 6 days a week live with you, and I hold your hand personally. And because I have an IQ of 203, total recall on most things, I'm going to remember who you are. Okay, you got it so far? We're going to play my way for a while because I believe your way sucks. Sorry, but I believe it's true. Now, corporation's going to get 100,000 in credit. 100,000 on what? Credit, and we're going to what? Daisy chain it to the division process. So we have to balance our debt between personal, business, and division process. We have to understand how to play the game. This is where winning the game of business is very important, and you learn basically what? Raise rules and tools. Now, here's the problem with Bill and Susie. They're like everyone's, I'm just going to get another job. Oh, goody for you. What if you don't? What if that old shit day, week, month, or year keeps going again, 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 and again? The more stressed you are. The closer to you using your what, 401k, losing all your money. All right, the reality is this, so closer you are to getting more stress. So our goal is this. If we use rules and tools and do a type of business called auto income, we can create an income to the corporation, get a paycheck. So I help them invest in a storage unit. I partner with them. Would you like to partner with me? See, the storage unit, if we put 1 person, 2 people, or 3 people in it, depends on how much money we get on a monthly base. Now, their division of a corporation gets $17,350 per month. One of my divisions get the same thing. So let's understand something. Will that money go to the corporation and now it has an income to you? Yes. See, it's like you have an LLC, you have a C Corp. I'm going to tell you, you're going to turn it to S. I know you're going to hear some ding on, well, it is going to stop. You don't pay tax till you get to 3 to 5 million. Then we change strategy. Got it so far? Foundation, 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 rules and tools. So $17,350 a month to the corporation, doesn't pay tax, so it's profitable, and now you can get a paycheck and all kinds of goodies as well. But again, it's up to you. So if we look at this correctly, you never sit there like a duck, because that kind of sucks. And that's what most of you have been doing so far, ducks and sheep. So if we look at this correctly, what are we going to do? Before you're next, or it's your time to get hired or fired, why don't you work for the corporation you can be the founder of and never bring the pain home? So what do? Think. We have an opportunity here. And let's go over here some questions and answers. Okay, hello, guys. I like the new look, all right, in the presentation we're listening to. Great. We're trying our best, and guess what? We let God do the rest. Amen to that, too. So we're always trying to do things better. So thank you. All right, that's all because of Nick. Yes, it looks better. All right, we're here for Ray, listening and learning today. Wow, you're going to rhyme like I do, too. Wow, Ray is the best. All right, best ever business coach. Well, before I died in that coma in 2009, I stopped basically. I had events with thousands and thousands of people, and it was kind of fun. I even shut down some freeways before. So let's get me back out there again and change the world with rules and tools. Let's go back to this. Let's think. We all have brains. Let's think. It takes us 38 steps, and this is what you have to realize. Every goal you ever wanted takes 38 steps. That's it. All right, here's your problem. You don't know the steps in the foundation. If you let me write them for you, I'll write them for you. I'll even tell you what to do. Maybe you don't like that, but I will tell you what to do, and I don't hold back. 38 steps to what? To reach the goal. Next, we have to think about it takes 8 times. You see, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to things. All right, I would work out 3 hours in the morning, 4 hours in the afternoon, teaching all kinds of stuff. I want to be perfect at something. And I always want to understand it. And if I asked the grown-ups when I was a kid, I just thought they were stupid. When I grew up, I realized they were stupid. See, they didn't learn something. They just followed a bunch of sheep and ducks. 8 times here, 8 times, 8 times. If we hear something 8 times, we can master it. But then when we apply knowledge, we want someone to answer our questions because we need some help. So we can't do this on our own. Even I need help. I need Nick over here helping me look better. I want to be taller and get some hair here. All right, that's simple. He's going to make me look cuter. Wow. Well, at least my wife thinks I'm cute. Now, what do? Here's the problem, okay? The problem is auto income. And I was a kid. I was 17 and a half. I had 22,000 pay funds, $300 a month. That's 6.6 million a month. I went to this payphone event and bought payphones, and they're all complaining. Here's these people bitching and complaining that a payphone brought $300 a month. It's a numbers game. I kept buying everybody's route. 22,000, 6.6 million. Yeah. Then on top of that, I had my properties. You see, I was having fun with real estate, and I like real estate. It's a good strategy. It's like playing that chess game. So real estate, I had 19 houses. But then they told me, how'd you get that? They act like I did something wrong. Had 19 houses. And then they said, you got a loan to value problem. You get number 20. These ding dongs told me I couldn't get number 20. I know, listen carefully. 1985, 86, I created, and all the states agreed with me, and even laws, public record, division process was born. I transferred my properties to the divisions, freed up my loan to value problem. See, if we understand something today, auto income. Now, I know nowadays they'll call it passive income, residual. I don't care what they call it. I need freaking money come in, pay the damn bills, and make sure the pain's off my back. That's the bottom line. So I built up to 10,000 a month. Then 100,000. See, I look at a goal is I want 100,000 a year, month, week, or year, a day. I want $1 million a what? A year, month, week, or day. And I got it to $1 million a day, 2008, or in 2009. $1 million a day. Wow. Then I died in a coma. Oh, I had a no shit day. Oh, well. Now, Ray's way of life. That's just me. All right. Talking about third party. Okay. All right. 12 months. I wanted my next series to help people build a blueprint of success. I own the rights of that. And when Tony Baloney uses it, I kind of get my attorney to kind of kick his ass heads. But he's got another event about motivation. Wow. Let's build a blueprint. All that blah, blah, blah. Doesn't he have enough lawsuits against him anyway? Oh, well. What do we say? So if we understand, my next blueprint for me was basically the Millionaires Founders Kit. I wanted to have everybody just dummy size it. If we take a book per month, and learn the book like I always done in my life for 12 months. We have $1 million corporation. It's a structure. That's how I designed it. So I created the Financial Freedom Millionaires Founders Kit and Blueprint for Success. That was the name of my show years ago too. So if we do this correctly, you can actually get the rules and tools and you learn how to do it yourself too. The goal is to have some fun. So if you don't have a copy of the Millionaires Founders Kit, or you call the office today or find out through this process today with me and understand something. If you like what you hear today, click the link below and get to like me some more. And if you don't like me, leave me alone. Well, we got to just tell the truth. Not everybody likes you and everybody likes me. That's how it works. So subscribe to the channel. What do we get to do? Now, I want you to get your cell phone ready. Not yet, but I want you to get it ready. I'm going to give you the rest of your life. I'm going to give you the blueprint you've been wanting your whole life. Okay, are you ready? Ray Reynolds Auto Income. What do? We take a corporation. We take 9 divisions that I created and invented the process, and we daisy chain the hell out of the cards. We go get 9 more cards. If I have a $100,000 card and I got 9 more, is that $1 million? Can we add up? So even if it's just the American Express card, all right, several people today paid our limit is 100,000 plus. Do it 9 more times. Isn't that $1 million? See, out of all the credit cards out there, there's only 10 I like. The rest I think suck. I don't like that crappy stuff. I want good stuff. But then what do you do now? Now, understand, if you named your corporation after you, I'm sorry, that's called stupid. If you name it what it does, that's double stupid. Because all you can do is what it does. No. Management company manages entities, and entities get the money because you don't have the money to go get the honey. Here's your problem. You've been stealing from your family and yourself a long time ago. Stop it. That's only what people that are stupid do, and you're not stupid. Half the world is freaking lazy. Every division is designed for a different type of business or business is. See, we have to understand the banks and grocery stores. Banks bankrupt locations called branch number. Grocery store use store numbers. Cities use city numbers, and you have 11 cities involved bankruptcy. See, your problem is you bring the pain home. I think that sucks. So if we start at 10,000 a month, up to 10, then 100,000, then $1 million, would that be okay? Would it be okay I built you a $12 million company? Okay, financial freedom. Can you take your picture now? See, here's what you're going to have to do if you partner with me. You're going to have to be serious, and you're going to have to do what you're told to do. It's all right. I'm going to tell you what to do. I don't want you to think. The more you think, the more you screw it up. No thinking, no more. All right. I want you to follow me and do what I tell you to do and click the link below. That's why you follow me. Now, what do? To do any type of business, we need 100,000. Come on, let's not kid ourselves. We need $100,000 of money or credit. Well, let's see. Corporate credit is free money. Borrowed money is not taxable. We can finance the American dream and write it all off, and we can create the debt to do that too. You know what the gift is? The greatest gift is? You're not stealing from your family. I don't understand. Why did anybody bring the pain home? Nobody on this planet should have shitty credit. You don't need to. A division's a duck and a sheep, not you. Just don't have the intent to do fraud. Now, I want to repackage it like Humpty Dumpty. That's my goal, Humpty Dumpty. Let's rebuild you my way. Now, on this project here for this year, we've allocated about $10 million. Is that okay? So this means if you want to partner with me, I'm going to be able to put a piece in. I want you to put a piece too. We might need 1, 2, 3, or 4 people to put a piece in. We'll explain that as we go. Now, what do? The Ray Reynolds Investment Group, the LLP, going to go public in the next year or so. I want to ring the bell at the stock exchange. That's the thing I want to do next. And now I want to create trillions of dollars. Billions are easy. I've been doing this since I was a kid. Let's get trillions for the hell of it. Why not? Now, here's how it works. Auto income, I'm the expert since I created it. Why not? Now, let's look at this. Let's write down you do. You do. That means you do all the work and I teach you how. The Gina, the Lloyds, the Davids, they like to do all the work, get their hands dirty. So get your hands dirty, no problem. I'll coach you every step of the way. But they paid $30,000 for my coaching for a year. Okay. Now, what happens next is we do it together. This means you, write it down, you will elect me as a CFO, Chief Financial Officer, and an attorney in fact, which means I get to talk on behalf of you to your bank, all right, because I got power of attorney. We're going to get what I want for you my way. Got it so far? Now, let's say you don't want to do it. You're kind of, I want it to work, but I don't want to do all the work. I'm afraid. In other words, you're a weenie. Okay. Not a, all right, conqueror. Okay. It's okay. Weenies, I make millionaires all the time. So then I do all the work for you. So now you have $100,000 a month being a weenie. Isn't that better than nothing? See, you probably did it wrong. Sorry. Linda and Dwayne, they left this morning on a plane, all right, to the Hyatt, all right, in Texas, that they just purchased and closed escrow on. That's right. You can look it up and I'll show you all the pieces too. Now, I had to build Linda and Dwayne's credit up to the 770. Took 142 days. Linda's been my client since 1986, by the way. I get them American Express Gold and Platins because they don't fluctuate. Then what do? We get them $100,000 of personal credit each. All right, here's the blueprint. What do? 450,000 of business credit. Now that took 365 days. It takes some time. All right, now what happens is very simple. If you allow me to use my bank accounts for you, I can verify hundreds and millions of dollars going into accounts so we can get a blueprint loan using these cards. Would that be okay? So what happens next is very simple. Their blueprint loan was $240,000. So what do we do now? Understand, we don't go into an escrow with a damn credit card. That just builds a score to get more. Now, the hotel, Hyatt in basically Texas, wanted $200,000 down. Well, Linda's doing this under her nonprofit, by the way, grant money and all kinds of fun stuff. 200,000. Now, if she does it all, she gets 100%, right? If she partners with me or a couple of people, we can break down that $200,000 in pieces. It's like if you and I do a project and you want to put 50 in, then we're going to, three other people put 50 in, I'll put 50 in too. How it works, how we partner. If you do 100,000, I do 100,000. So what do? We want to make sure it works. So here, the monthly income, listen carefully, is $187,000. Now, three more projects, because we want more locations, it creates and closes escrow. What do we do now? We want to, they say this is 344,000 a month. See, I want to get you to $1 million a month. That's what I said. Get it? So what do we do now? Now this here is only 6.4 million. Now remember something. Linda's been a client since 1986. All right, it took 1 year, 210 days to do this projects. Now what happened? 6.4 million. Now keep in mind, what did Linda do? When she first started with me in 1986, she basically spent $2,000. I always tell someone, you can finance your way, have no damn excuses. So what happens? She spends $1,999. Let's understand something today. If I spend $5,000 on this card right now, the payment is $50 a month. Well, the average person wastes and pisses away in a given day. I always designed it so everybody could finance the dream and have no excuses. You understand that so far? So she started $1,999. Then every time I built her more credit, she bought more goodies with me, got stuck with me since 1986. So let's understand. Why don't you check out Linda and Dwayne's story? Take a picture right there, scan it, and look at it later today. She'll honestly tell you I made her a corporate millionaire 5 times. Now I believe it was 8, but 5, okay, well, no problem. At least I did my job. Would you like me to do it for you too? Now the new project under nonprofit is creating $27 million under nonprofit. See, nonprofit doesn't mean you can't bring in money. It's just you can't classify it as taxable income. And what do? We help other nonprofits as well. So we get to make money and we get to help people. Now, here's what happens. There are escrows coming in basically August, July, September, and on and on. So what I do is I go out there and I make sure my clients are my soldiers. What does that mean? I had a problem basically 2007, 8, and 9. I had more things in escrow. I needed people in the escrow with me. So what happens is I look at your city where you live. And I'm going to say, go to the main street. I want to go buy all those things. I want to buy the storage unit, the laundromat, the Wendy's, and I want to partner with you. And then you can check it out because it's in your backyard. And you're part of the damn escrow. So no one can screw you out of money. Sorry. Some of your friends and family kind of rip you off. All right. It's like anything else. You get on the income list. So if we do this correctly, you don't miss your chance of being a millionaire status. What do we look at? We look at July, August, and September. And that's the goal. So if you want to be on that list, click the link below, get to like me, get to know me. Guess what we get to do? We get past go. Isn't that the goal? All right, so let's understand corporations division process. So let's think about you today. In your city today, your city right now, okay, it's very simple. In your city today, You can go through the busy street. You can find a Wendy's restaurant, or it's open. You'll find a B of A closed. Wells Fargo. Huh. So they bankrupt locations. So let's draw this. Draw this right here, please. I'd like you to do it. Now, by the way, you have to do it 8 times. Until you draw that 8 times, your brain will not accept the information. You're just seeing it. If you take a picture, you don't know diddly squat. Draw it and understand it. So what happens is a corporation, all right, like Bank of America, bankrupts a branch number, grocery store, city. What do? Corp owning corporation. On this side, draw this one here, please. This is a corporation with divisions. Corporation what? Division process. So I created a way that you get 3 chances. Would you like 3 chances to try? As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. Well, that's how it works, okay? Your problem is you allowed yourself to be the duck and the sheep. And that's how you brought the pain home. Under a corporation, you can have 3 divisions of me. Write down divisions of me. So that means you. So if you do this correctly, you get 3 chances to try. All right, so understand. We look at banks, grocery stores, and cities. What is our goal? Understand. How do they bankrupt locations and stay in business? It's a structure. It's rules and tools. So again, what do you have to do? Number one, your first thing is to stop bringing the pain home. You're 45 to 75 years old. You stole from your family, your credit and this thing and all the things you've done. You kind of screwed up. You've been knocked down many times. Now, how do you get back up again and again? Understand how to be that CFO. Rules and tools. Rules and tools are very important as we do rules and tools. So let's understand. Reprogram yourself into millionaire status. Millionaire what status? I don't want to be a millionaire. But I knew at 3.5 years old, it's eating out of a trash can, looking at Marina Del Rey, Torrance Rocks, Palos Verdes. I knew I'd be a millionaire. To the corporate structure, I didn't know that part yet. So understand, saying we have the ability to change what we do. Now, me, I got born in a damn taxi. She didn't want me. Okay, no problem. I got to be with Mrs. Hope, the she devil from hell. All right, Mrs. Hope, every morning when I was 3.5 to 9.5 years old, would drop me off Redondo Beach Pier. She'd roll down that window, and she says, if you're not here at 5 o'clock, I'm going to leave you there to die. She was a she devil from hell. I stole off the pier, got caught. I thought he was going to throw me off the pier. But he looked down and said, boy, that's how he said it 3 times. All right, take out the trash, or I'll call the police. Which one do you think I picked? I got to be boy till I was 9.5 years old, cleaning chum buckets and working for all the restaurants and everything else. So I want you to focus what I did. To me, it's see it, believe it, go get it. It works. You see, when I was 4, I got to start seeing visions, and basically people thought I was nuts. I'd explain the vision, and no, then it comes true. How did you know that? So the difference is simple. Okay. Now, I'm a person, if I'm going to do something, I'm all in. That's me kicking a light to hit my head at 13 feet in the air with a 2-step up in the air. My ass is high 6-foot locker. I used to jump over lockers for the hell to prove my point. So white men do jump, just a lot of stupid people say we don't. Do you like goodies yet? I like goodies. You want to get some goodies? And that's what I teach people, to get a bunch of goodies. Now, do you want to be a millionaire? It's a simple question. Do you want to be a millionaire? Now, I'm only going to show things I obtain. Not like that guy on TikTok keeps running stuff saying, look at what I got. Silly people. So let's understand. The answer, do you want to be a millionaire? The answer is no. Do you want to be a corporate millionaire? The answer is yes. See, how you see money matters. So we have to play the game to win. Now, here's the CFO checklist. Take a picture. So that's something you have to master and understand how it works. And I already explained it to you as well. Now, checklist. What do we do? All right, the goal list. Well, what I have to do, listen very carefully, I have to do a blueprint call with you. That blueprint call is with you and your partner of life, and it takes up to an hour. I got to know about past, present, and future. Good, bad, ugly. Do you have a bankruptcy, a tax lien? Did you screw American Express or Chase? I need to blueprint you to get the success that I showed on my shows. So what do we get to do? Goal list, daily list, weekly list, project list. So again, what are we going to do? I'm going to create the list for you. Then I'm going to tell you what to do. Would that be okay? I get you the millionaire status and guarantee it too. So let me make the list for you. Now, here's the blueprint call I just talked about. But it needs corporation, family need to know about, divisions, irrevocable trust. We're going to plan to live and plan to die because we're not going to stick our family in probate. That's called stupid. The car is a division, the house is a trust, and auto income, and where you could cash flow for you per time. Now, the office loves to sell my time. Now, I'm normally 3,000 an hour, 25,000 a day for about 45 years now. But I understand something, when I do all these things here and I donate my time, then they just basically cut their prices. So it's $1,999 for a blueprint call, $2,000. It's worth it, believe me. I'd pay it if I had to. I wish I could hire me back then, but I couldn't, though, didn't exist. But while you're online with me and you're going to partner with me, then I'd take that price and cut it in half to $19.99. Again, that's what you need to do. Now, I'd like you to take a picture here. As you look at the link below to subscribe to get to know me as well, follow me all the time, because I got all these things happening all the time, helping more people. Zelle is ray@rayscredit.com. Why I like Zelle is because it transfers back and forth. It's easy. I love Zelle. July 6, 2022, the banks got together by Zelle. When you Zelle on a broadcast, you always put RW because that's Ray's broadcast, Ray's webinar. It lets them know where the sale got generated from, okay? Now, let's say you have some more questions you want to process an order using a credit card. 800-254-9506. You call one of my call centers. They charge up to 5%. Because you're on the webinar here, if you did it right away, then the 5% is waived, even if you use a credit card. But if you don't tell them that, they're going to charge you anyway. So again, that's only if you do it now. Now, I want you to focus on chapter 18. This is what set the tone of my life, okay? And it changed everything. Now, Mrs. Hope's poker game on a Wednesday night, they said a corporation's a legal person. I just circled it for you. Now, I'm not here to be CPA an attorney. That's not my job for you. But it's the awareness I want to make sure you have. A corporation's a legal what? Person. Now, I rode my bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department the next day, because next to the police departments, there's always a library. Man, what does this mean? She walked away. She was rude. It's like 5 minutes. Here's a mock of his. Here's a buck. Oh, I got the buck. I went to that library till I was 9.5 years old for 2 years, studying. I kept asking grown-ups, and I just thought they were stupid. Sorry. You see, my first corporation cost me $10. Brian's here cost $4,700 because he didn't know diddly squat. His CPA attorney ripped him off, in my opinion. Probably you too, huh? So what happens is very simple. $10. That same corp today is $30. You see, corporations are free in all 50 states. You just pay a filing fee. Now, I screwed up. This is where I was being stupid. We all do stupid things, right? It says may sue or be sued. I didn't pay attention to that. Now, let's watch on the bottom here. Not required to file 17,983. I was 9.5 seeing this, and it's stuck in my head. Something's wrong. Later on, that helped me create a division process, by the way. My first corp was Helping Hand Industries. Now, I got $100,000 of credit in the mail. That's right, 100,000 credit in the mail. Simple. That's what I did. So what happened back then is very simple. It's freaked us all out. See, people were getting credit for personal or corporations just in the mail without applying for credit. So guess what I get to do? Now, I did get named in the movie Dave. So if you check out the movie Dave, you'll see they're talking about Ray Reynolds and Helping Hand. At 12.5, I screwed up. This is, again, I did stupid. We all do stupid. I started the Orange County Blind Center. I started the Orange County Blind Center, and I used the word Braille. It belonged to the Braille Institution. I didn't know that. I had to learn about trade name, trademarks, and copyrights. Never bring the pain home. Okay, here's your lie. All right, you're CPA an attorney in corporate service, and you lie to yourself. You lie. Is the corporation going to protect you? Hell no, it does not. It was never designed that way. When you guarantee something, you pierce your veil. The car, you guarantee you sign for it. The lease of the building, the credit card. See, you're setting yourself up to fall. If they sue the corp, they sue you. That's called silly and dumb, by the way. What did I do? Well, in 1987, I'm writing a book with Ken Yarborough, as I'm training him anyway. He was security chief at TOW Spirit, and we wrote a book called File Segregation. I didn't like it because he wanted to lie. I don't want to lie. Well, he'd always complain, well, your divisions rate takes 6 to 9 months, sometimes 30 days, sometimes 33 months. I don't care what it takes. It's filed, it's published, and the IRS hands me a what? An SS4 form, legitimately. So this is where you could have learned to be not you, because I'm sorry, being you kind of sucks sometimes. This is where you'd have 3 divisions of you. Write it down again and again. And you get a legitimate tax ID. Debt follows tax ID, and tax ID builds credit reports. All right. So if we look at today's date, write it down, and we work our tails off for the next 90 days, every one of you have a 750 score. What is our goal? Simple. We need to start getting up to 10,000, then 50, then $100,000. This is what I do with when I partner with an employee, I partner with a client, I partner with other people. The goal is to create what? Income base, all through corporate structure. But again, what do? We got to get to the point. This is a monthly income. So again, what do? Let's understand something. Today, for instance, every one of you, every one of these people here, from basically Eduardo to Larry, all right, to Curly to Mo, all right, got fun Grace and all these people, all right, even Jay here, they could be making money today. I don't understand. Okay. All right. Somebody loses a job. What do? You figure a way to create an income, or you have a what? Shit day. Well, you can make $1,000 today, 1,000 today. If you gave me 10 of your friends' emails today, right now, because you're here, I will add them to all my Saturday classes, even the paid ones. Now, when they buy something, you get 10%. See, you could actually make $3,000 to $5,000 in a day. This is your problem. Okay, you're letting basically time kind of piss away. No. So let's do this. Make a friend, make a buck. Invite the whole world you know, all right, literally to the free classes and the paid ones on Saturday. All of the classes. So this way you're stuck with me the whole damn day. I started at 6 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So the referral program's great. The affiliate program's great. So help me help you and help other people. What do you think? We just pay it forward. Okay. As a little boy, it was very simple. They always were nosy. They knew I was basically being used and abused. Nobody gave a shit. I'm sorry, it's just what it is. They didn't give a shit at all. My response, not to lose my peace to everybody, even to this day, is always good. They'd ask to be nosy because they're curious. They're just nosy people. I didn't want them to steal my peace. I didn't want them to know what's going on. It's none of their damn business. My response as a little boy to a grown up, when I talk to you about it and they ask me how I'm doing, it's always good. Always good. That's my signature. It always has been. From there, I'm going to say to myself, thank you, Jesus. I'm still here. You see, 2025, what do? It's a year to run, never look back. And we have to be committed and have to say, we're going to accomplish my goals. We're going to accomplish our goals, period. We can't stop till we do. Your problem, you gave up or you didn't learn to play. Now we're going to do what I say all the time, boring and steady. So I want someone to drive you around your city and your main streets, and I want to understand something. You're going to look at things and I'm going to buy with you and for you. That's right. We're going to buy your neighborhood. Is that okay? This is why you become one of my soldiers. We're going to buy the gas station, the Wendy's, the storage and the laundromats. We're going to do the dry cleaning, the car wash, and the apartment complex. It'll take 9 divisions. Got it? So if we partner up, now you're in the passenger side because you can look at all the things while someone drives you around. Then you pull down that mirror because the passenger always has one, and you ask yourself why the hell you don't own these now. Come on, you have wasted 50 to 100,000 in your life so far. You could have had a Wendy's restaurant, all right, storage unit, auto income. Again, we can learn to play my way for a while. All right. Now I had a serious problem when I was 26. All right, I really had a serious big problem. I didn't know what was happening because I had mansions in Havasu, in the harbor, Big Bear, and all kinds of stuff. I got everything I want. When you got everything you want, you're kind of bored. Me, I thought I was going to turn to 27, get fat, ugly, and die. That was my fear. At 27, I'm going to get fat, ugly, and die. All right, that was a fear. So let's understand. I made a promise to help people. So let's understand something here. Would you like to partner with me and own a piece of something? Now, you don't have to do a damn thing besides be part of an escrow with your division. I'm going to do all the work. And all you do is get an income and play. Again, the ultimate goal is you need 100,000 of credit again. What do? We take the fictitious business name statement, because I was given a choice to create a form, a modify one. In 85, this got modified many times over the years. So let's watch. This form, your name's not on it. A corporation, your name's on it, and the bank account, and part of the what? Public record? Secretary of State's website. This is where people are being stupid. Sorry to say, but it's true. If you have a corporation and I set up your division, it's going to own number 4A. Understand? We get to own a piece. This is where I told John the other day, stop it. He wanted to give stock to his corp, to his employee. Hell no. We're going to share the piece, never the whole. I don't understand, stupid. I'm sorry. It just bothers me when I tell it. No, you're not doing it. You're not doing it. I'm going to always tell you what to do. So just get used to that. Your division is going to be 4A. My corp and my division is going to be number 4. Now, if we need more money in that project, we're going to have a 4A, B, and C. Got it? We can basically see, okay, do you want 25%, 50, or 75? How much of a percentage would you like in a program and to share a partner with me in something? Wendy's, storage unit, or something. So we partner with me and we get to play. You're part of the escrow. Nobody can screw you over like they've done before in the past. So you're part of it. I've done this since 1987. But again, then I coach you every step of the way. We have no excuses. The only excuse you have, you didn't want to try. And again, what happens when you're not trying? You're dying. If you're not trying, you might as well kind of be dead. So let's play to get the keys. Is that okay? Let's get the damn keys to the Wendy's storage unit. Some peace. Let's get you to partner with me so you don't have to look back. Now, this is what you will need. Take a picture. I told you certain things. Take a picture so you understand what you're going to need. Corp, divisions, process, credit. And what are we going to do? When we get to the escrow to close, you're going to get, let's say, 3,000 to 5,000 a month. We're building a 6 months reserve first. Then you're going to get up to that 10 based on what we do it again and again for each division. So hopefully you took a picture of your checklist. I'm a firm person and I believe in basically lists, rules, and tools all the time. Only things I obtain, by the way. So what happens is my coaching for a year is about $30,000. But then I'm coaching them how to run their own business and things they do. If you partner with me today, I want to coach you bi-weekly. Then I want to make sure you go to the next summit or boot camp. All right, I want you to realize this is 1/3. It's $9,999. Now you're stuck with me. Every step of the way, we're going to partner up and have some fun. So again, it's like now or never. This is where you have to step up to the plate and you get to win. You're stuck with me in every other week. What do? I have this 3-day event coming up. And I'm doing a couple of these. I did one already this year. I'm going to do this one as well. The goal is simple. If I'm going to have you become a puppet master, I need you to learn rules and tools and foundation. That's why I say there's 13 events coming up with all these people going blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, but hearing somebody's statement and how they made it and all this other stuff and all those testimonials, after the third one, it's the same friggin' thing. Give me rules and tools. Get the hell out of my way, because that's what you need. Okay. So we're going to go through the 1,000 steps, rules, and tools. We're going to reach your highest goal. This is May 30th, 31st, and June 1st. Write it down. What happens here is this is how you get ready to be in an escrow like July, August, and September. And that's the goal. Now, once I say, again, if you like what you hear, click the link below, subscribe to get to know me because I'm going to get to know you. And once again, if you don't like me, leave me alone kind of thing. 3 days. Puppet master. How do I be a puppet master? Understand, we're going to go through rules and tools and structure. All my 18 books and CDs. This is in person or online. Your choice. From here, because we have a classroom for you. 50,000 of cash credit is a bonus. All right, and you get this for $4,999. If I sold you 50,000, it cost you 5. So it's like, which is the bonus for you? That's how it works. So let's understand from here. All right, during this webinar, if all you want is online, it's $19.99. That's it, $19.99. Now, if you went to the previous one, because I need you to do this 8 times anyway, because I want to make sure you're on top of your game all the time. All right, if you went to the previous one, it's $1,000. Now you can be in person or online. Now I'm only the only one who can allow it for $1,000, and that is a Zell, now thing. And if you don't do it, don't worry, just call the office and they'll take your credit card and charge you more. That's how it works. There's that Zell. There's the office phone number again, 800-254-9506. Okay. Now, I don't want to run a business, okay? When I started one of the largest donut chains in the world, I didn't want to run the damn company. Satellite, installation, manufacturing, largest in one of the world's, one of the top. That too, and all kinds of fun stuff. The cleaning companies and everything else. You know, when I did Pit Printing and Sir Speedy, all right, Speedy Cash and all this other crazy stuff. We got choices. We got choices to have ran by a third party. It's like real estate. So what do? Well, I believe Shaq is a puppet master. He doesn't make pizzas. He doesn't make chicken. He doesn't make pretzels and donuts. He owns the thing. He's the puppet master. Warren Buffett, who just stepped down, he's still on the sidelines of his own organization, has 100 companies in his favorite 10. The man owns ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola, American Express, even Duracell. So what do? Dairy Queen sees candy? So he's a puppet master. He doesn't run this. He doesn't sell candy and make it. His companies do. So what you should learn to do is leverage money and understand how to play the game and to win. You can play and win if you want to. Well, what do? Mr. Buffett is the king of puppet mastering. Carl here, no tax and what? And got $1 billion too? All right, Disney, they don't want to pay tax. They duck taxes. Newsweek reports what? They wrote an IOU to themselves to not pay tax on $1 billion. What do? See, there's no loophole. This is where you have to understand. You didn't basically take the time to learn what things are happening around you. You've been falling like ducks and sheep. There's no, all right, they're not doing anything wrong. They're doing what they're allowed to do. We watch Elon Musk borrow 44 trillion. 44 billion. All right, see if you're paying attention. What did he do? He bought what? Tool he did. X marks the spot. So what did he do? He laid off people. You're fired. Offset taxes. But because he has so much money, it's simple. Pay tax or have a spaceship. I always say pay tax or have a Lamborghini. You know what? The other guys have spaceships too. There's 3 of them. Which one would you like? So you could pay tax or have a Lamborghini. All right, pay tax or have a Lamborghini, offset taxes, debt, or you have a spaceship. Which would you like? So in other words, you could basically join the club and you can learn to win. And that's the ultimate goal. The people who bitch and complain about rich and famous people not paying enough tax, they should shut up. They should join them and just shut up. You understand? See, they're providing jobs. So Elon Musk and what? Bezos haven't paid federal tax ever? Well, they don't have to. Okay. Apple bankrupt in 97? What the hell is going on? Bankruptcy. Let's understand something. The only thing that can file bankruptcy is you, corporation, or division. SSNS is for. So Apple was indicted this last year, by the way, if you don't know that. Google was indicted and lost the rights of Chrome, and they're supposed to sell it. They're appealing that too. Bill Gates was indicted 4 times because why? He's smart. So what did Mr. Gates do for Apple to get them out of their damn bankruptcy? He gave them a line of credit for $150 million. Borrow money is not taxable, so he gave them a line of credit. He just says maintain the payment. So if borrow money is not taxable, we could all of us learn to leverage money into more money and write it off at the same time. That's the actual fun thing, is it not? So we could play. If you want to play with me, guess what you get to do? You get to play. Now, I've been a puppet master for 40 plus years. See, you see 2 buildings and 2 cars. I see 1,013 divisions. Separating liability, if somebody sues me, they get diddly squat. I want to protect my ass. It's every step of the way. All right. So the Ray Reynolds University, my dream. I wanted to change the world. I still do. 22,000 square foot building, Irvine Spectrum, One Technology Drive. What are we going to do? Change the world. 2009, I found myself in a coma. Kind of sucks. So if you want to copy the Millionaires Founders Kit, the office sells it for $1,000. I give it away for half price because you're on the webinar with me for $499. It is basically now real estate. The real estate system I created was controlling 2.2 billion in real estate because that's half the fun. I invented Homestead Blocker, UCC1 Chattel Mortgage. Financial series is buckets of money, tax balance, you become the bank. You see, this is very simple today. What happens is the office sells that for $19.99, and that's the goal. I give it away for $1,000. But here's how it works. These are the things we're going to go through in that 3-day summit. All right, you're going to have to learn how to play. Now, I made a promise back in 1986 I would help homeless people first. Well, Glenn lived in his car for 3 years. Why? He lost his job and his wife left him. I guess she wasn't a good woman. I don't know. The reality is, get a better woman. $1 million company, brand new house, brand new truck. Put him on one of my TV shows. Then I started helping people coming out of prison. So here's Freeway Ricky Dicky Ross with $3 million of credit. Simple. So we get to play the game to win. Thomas was in prison for 26 years. And I built him his first dump truck within 6 months. Michael, God rest his soul. Arnold, all right, presidents, very simple. All right, Costner, Giovanni for Pixar. From here, what do we have? We have College Professor. All right, we have basically Superman for Gold's Gym. We have Cookie and Bane, God rest his soul. And I got her $1 million too as well. So what do? Well, the goal should be mindset that we do what? See it, believe it, go get it. So what happens is I help Lakers, Clippers, and Dodgers and Angels. Okay. What happens with all of you, this is where you screwed up. I'm sorry. Never, ever take something personally. If I say you screwed up, we realize if you screwed up, own your screw up. We all screw up. You took your credit cards to start a business with your friends and family, and what did you do? Honey, we're going to jack them up, drop the score, get stuck, can't get any more. We're going to hawk our house. We're going to bring the pain home to you and me, and we're going to be stupid. Well, that's what you did. See, I don't think you're stupid. I think half of you basically don't know what the hell you're doing. That's just my opinion. You didn't know how to play the game to win. Don't be offended by it. The reality is I'm going to help you anyway. Why? Because I'm going to tell you what to do my way. So what happens is very simple. We never bring the pain where? Home. I don't understand why anybody would have shitty credit in the first place. All right, why would you roll the dice as you when you could have had a division of you versus a corporation and you don't bring the pain home in the first place? I don't understand. See, half this world is friggin' lazy. So let's go back. Rules and tools, raise rules and tools. Training Ken Yarborough, TRW and Experian. I'm the one who created 25% rule. All right, to 29%. All your dashboards and credit bureaus now saying below 30. I threatened to sue Credit Karma during the pandemic because they kept saying 42%. It was just totally wrong. I think Credit Karma should be out of business and fired, in my opinion. Why? Because I think they're worthless. There's no fun ever to help you. And their scores are wrong anyway, in my opinion, that is. If gold and platinum cards do not fluctuate and they have a pay over time limit and they're unlimited, I could basically know what card to jack up and not bring the pain home. 750 score. We have to master rage rules and tools, master it. So let's understand. I'm now a consultant in basically analytical 750. If you like what you hear so far, click the link below, get to subscribe to me, get to know me because I'll get to know you. Simple. Here's a company that basically I said, here's their 10 steps, and they're putting it in place. They wanted the 10 steps to 750. No problem. I've offered to do the commercial for free and say, hey, Credit for Karma, you're fired. I just want to fire them because I want something that really works to help people. So what happens is they're setting up 24-hour call center. They're charging you 25 bucks a month and you get all three. Credit Karma, you get 2 reports, that's it, and they're not even right. Here's all 3 for 25 bucks. Got it? Now what's going to happen is very simple. They're going to call you after you onboard in the system every 46 days. Every 46 days, they're on the phone to call you and tell you what you do next. Okay, they're going to hold your hand. We're going to sing Kumbaya and kind of have some fun. Now, let's understand, okay, that's $25. Your first analyzation is free. So they're going to analyze your credit right away for free and size it up and tell you exactly what you need to do. If you follow through, you'll have a 750 score. Now, Dun & Bradstreet, they're going to set up that and maintain that and analyze it as well. The credit bureaus that I set up for the corporation divisions, Spirit Insurance and Equifax, they analyze that as well. I want their dashboard to basically analyze personal business credit and give you the answer to all your questions versus all that silly stuff you see on TikTok going blah, blah, blah. Again, that's just my opinion. So again, I would tell you to Zelle 25 bucks. In the message, put your phone number so they can call you right away. You can always call the office at 800-254-9506 as well. Now, here's my problem. As a little kid, I was afraid, always afraid. You know, I sold seeds, clackers, mowed yards. I came home and count my money at 52 bucks. I'm 8.5 years old. She reached down and she stole my money. You're paying rent. I've been paying rent since I'm 8.5 years old. I never had a childhood. I try to get out of hell. So I plan the problem. Your problem, you don't plan the problem until you get your asses kicked. We're going to start planning the problem. You're going to make sure you understand before you get your asses kicked. You're going to plan the problem. You're going to know the next step. What's a corporation again? It's right in front of you, legal person. What do? You're allowed 4 things under a corporation, only 4. Let's write them down. If you do anything, that's up to you. All I know is corporations buffer tax. No taxes due until you're profitable. Corporate credit's a damn write-off. It's free damn money. And on top of that, all right, you buy a car, fleet price, and get the free buffet. That's all the corp should do, in my opinion. If you do business and you name it after you and everything else, what it does, that's called Dumb and Dumber. What do we look at? Division. When I learned something as a little boy, it was called the defensive circle. Okay, and what happened is I kind of helped create something. And what would happen is, you know, in the martial arts, I've been there since I was 4, and you had to back up. It was basically do one thing. All right, hug, love, or kill. Hug, because you know them, love, or kill. Simple, that's all we were taught. Hug, love, or kill. So in life, it's the same thing. If you don't create a line of defense, you get your assets kicked. Does it feel good to get your assets kicked? It sucks. So if we do divisions, they're cheap. There are multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports. I set up the dashboards for these in 87. And then from there, we separate liability for real estate. So understand, that's a line of defense. A line of what? Defense. Corporation, the credit, what do we do? Well, debt follows tax ID. And then the tax ID builds credit reports. So we can learn to play my way for a while because I think your way, sorry, sucks. That's how it works. Danny's a nice guy. He's one of my partners. Well, what did he do? We bought a 64 unit complex, but we needed 66 divisions. Why? One to receive it, not to buy as a corp, one to guarantee it. And then I need a different lease for every tenant. And then I want to turn them into the bank. So we could play the game to win. Now, what did I do? Let's understand. Division process. How do you know how many you need? It's simple. Do you want $1 million of credit? Okay. We take one card, we turn it into 9 more. There you go. There's $1 million. So we need at least 9 divisions. Do we want 9 locations of a Wendy's, a storage unit? The answer should be yes. So we know the minimum should be about 18 divisions. 18 divisions. So understand something. So 18, all right, then 36, and then 72. So what happens flat out, here's an opportunity for you, especially if you're my client, you decide what you want to do. Here we look at this, very simple. In my books over 30 plus years ago, when I created division process, here's a corp, here's a division, 3, 2, and 1 more. That's how I did it. And I created up to $60 million of credit at the time, just for this. Now understand, this is about 10 million. How much would you like? Okay, 62 million on dashboards ready to play. You ready to play with me yet? So what do we get to do? Well, I want to get you all 4 American Express cards to personal and business. Why? They don't fluctuate. If you have an oh shit day, week, month, or year, these are the cards you would basically jack up, maintain a payment, and your score never drops. See, they don't fluctuate. All the other cards do. So most of you jacked up the wrong damn card. Sorry. Did you know American Express offers you 99 more cards right there? They're offering Ravenels University, a nonprofit organization, 99 freaking cards. That's $100 million, by the way. All right, that's the way to play the game. All right. So if we use manageable debt, offset taxes, 100,000 of personal, auto income, and 100,000 to $1 million of corporate credit, what do we do now? Leverage money. We have to learn how to leverage money to more money. Like I've been teaching rich and famous people for 40 plus years. Reference 3 times 5. 100,000 turns into $1.5 million. 1 million turns into $15 million. Again, leveraging money. So let's pretend you're going to do what I tell you to do. Or let's just do it, okay? What if, all right, you're stuck with me up to 6 days a week, and I get you to millionaire status, and I teach you exactly borrow money is not taxable, and we go by your lifetime income, which is real estate and franchise. That's what it should be. So again, when I was helped setting up the dashboards in 87, it's like Experian became what TRW became Experian. From there, I kept watching CBI Equifax and TransUnion from Fullerton, California, just copying all the stuff. It's like they didn't have a brain of their own. Okay, so what do? It's simple. A corporation, and I set up dashboards using tax ID. What do we do now? Do you want to be a millionaire? The answer is no. Do you want to be a millionaire corporation? The answer is yes. So what do? Understand, this is what we're going to do together. Real estate. If I have 9 divisions, I want 9 what? Divisions with 100,000 of credit, parent company, 1 million of credit. Each division should have a property, storage unit, a laundromat, a Wendy's, apartment complex, or something. What do? The financial series does the same thing. We have to understand the IRS is in control. We're going to do tax balancing. We're going to become the bank in buckets of money. When I wrote the book called Buckets of Money, that was the ultimate goal, to play the game and win. And that's what we're going to do again and again. So what happens is I have to add 2,000 of history to a name of you, corporate division. It's up to you what you want to give me. From there, we set up the credit report of Spear and Chandler and Equifax. I don't need a tax detail after I daisy chain credit. Now understand, if you today, all right, allow me to add you to one of my cards, I can add you, your corporate, your divisions to a card. I get to build you up. Then I get to basically get a card off my card at the limit. What does that allow me to do? It gives me 2 choices. It says authorized user or separate billing. I pick separate billing so you get your own account. Got it so far? Then after you daisy chain, like I teach you how to do for your corporate divisions, we get to play. So here's the division process. Now, by the way, the specialty class this Saturday at 9 o'clock in the morning is daisy chaining. I don't think you want to miss that with your friends and family, do you? So we look at 3, 9, and 12. Here's a way we can have divisions that we're going to add credit to or without credit. It's up to you. A division is about $1,000. Now, today, I'm going to offer you one time only 9 divisions of $9.99. It's a giveaway. I lose $81 on it. So again, it's a break even. So what happens? What do we get to do? Now, if you wanted 9, we look at the 9, we look at the 18, we look at the 36, and we look at the 72. This is where you could literally get as many divisions as you want to. Now, the question is, how many divisions should I have, Ray? Well, I'm going to tell you want 50 at least. See, that only gives you really 25. 25 for credit, 25 for locations. But again, maybe you're going to just be a weenie. You only want 6 or 9. Okay. At least we get to millionaire status. Okay. But again, what do we want to do? We want to make sure we have a lot of people. So as we do these things, okay. All right. Guarantee, yes, if the difference is in writing. If you do what you're told to do, I will basically guarantee 100%. Okay. Here, my cousin, all right, all right, knew Michael Landon, all right, was a member of the SAG. Well, I'm a member of SAG too. The difference is Michael Landon, I didn't mention him. He was at the poker game that day. Dan Blocker, Michael Landon, all right, the producer of Gunsmoke Mission Impossible, and Ted Turner, the Laker, became an attorney. I tripped over Michael Landon's feet and I got one of those real quick. Boom! Across the room. So again, I was just out of place, but that's just Mrs. Hope being a she-devil from hell. So as we do this, okay. So this is like a Zelle-only situation. If you want, you can call the office, use a card. Okay, if you use a card, basically what happens, they charge you 5% on this one, but it's up to you. Let's think. If we have a corporation, LLC, C Corp, I'm going to convert it to S under 1244. That's what I'm going to ask you to do. Your division 100 is basically a division of the corporation. Then we're going to create 3 subdivisions. Then we're going to get 2 more and more and more and more. See, subdivisions don't have your name on it either. If you get an apartment complex, 4-plex or more, you're going to need basically subdivisions across the board. Now, as an example for me, I had a problem in 87, 86. They're shrinking my limits. I had to figure out a way. All I ever knew back then is go to the library, study again and again. C-191D allowed me to loan money privately. So that's how I created the book called Buckets of Money. That's also when I came up with, cash flow for your time that someone else tried to steal anyway. What else is new? So what do? I took 4.6 million of the credit. I loaned it at 10,000 a piece, and I broke it down into pieces. That was 41 divisions. 18 months later, I have 190,000 a month. Auto income. I didn't realize that what it did is those notes behind that became $1.1 billion. The notes were actually worth money more than that you're making. So it's just a fun game to play. I wanted to become the bank. So what do? So again, you can learn to do the same thing if you want to. So structure, the goal is to repackage it like Humpty Dumpty. I believe my way. I look outside these windows here, it's like they're wrong, I'm right. I'm sorry, they're wrong, I'm right. You're wrong, I'm right, okay? Because this works. We got to get past go. So remember, winning the game of business for over 40 years ago, my company for Repackage America, Incorporating You, Only America I gave to Don King. And that's what he wanted to do his movie with. Okay, no problem. All right, so the 3-day summit's coming up, and you don't want to miss this 3-day summit, period. It's 30th, 31st, June 1st. What is your goal? Get on the list so you can get into an escrow with me. What do we do next? Simple. We become a puppet master. From there, we're going to go through those 18 books and CDs 100%. And you're going to understand the foundation rules and tools. You're going to get $50,000 of credit, and it's $4,999. Credit by itself is that. Then you get the summit on that. And the summit's that without the credit. Either way, one of those is free. So what do we do next? If all you want to do is watch online, $19.99, simple to do. If you've been to the previous one this year, it's $1,000. That's it. Online or in person. I just want you to make sure you hear things again and again. What do? We zell, now, or call the office right away. All right, now this is ridiculous. I lost my job. I got 2 kids. Knock it off. This guy's in his friggin' jammies. Okay, so let's understand something. He's lying, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. Let's help him get off the street. How about you go to the church for the food for the kids if you need to? No problem. How about we drive Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash? Now you solve your problem. Hey, I came out of a coma 2011. All right, we were homeless with my kids in the backyard. What the hell am I going to do in the back seat of the car? We got no house to go to. We've told it was not my house anymore. So let's understand something. Having 3 divisions of me and 5 closet divisions, I built $1 million of credit, 6 weeks. I bought my wife her next dream house. Why do people stay down when they don't need to? There's no reason to. Buckets of money. Every division should be known as a bucket of money. Money making machine, that's your ultimate goal. You and I working together. What do we do if all you want is a 750? Let's get you cards at 5 to 10,000 each. Let's get you in a rapid refresh and rapid rescore. Don't worry, I'm the guy who invented that 44 years ago with Ken Yarbrough and Harold Stokes anyway. So we play my way. Then we look at basically for 9 months, we'll dispute anything for free and make sure it's correct anyway. The office sells this for $14.99. Because you're here today with me, you can go to class on Friday or Saturday or both. And on top of that, you save 500 bucks. It becomes $9.99. And you never bring the pain home again. That should be your goal. Next, if you have a corporation, we have to get you CFO ready. Getting CFO ready, you have to be. And that's how it works. Your corporation, I can build it with you for you. What are we going to do? We're going to add history. We're going to have some fun. I'm going to give you 25,000 of credit to the corporation. And then from there, what happens? That's $24.99 investment, but that's 10 times your money back. We add history, we analyze, and start popping credit right away. That's the ultimate goal. Since you're online with me now, you get level 1 for 90 days in corporate setup. And we basically take $500 off of that as well. So your goal is to like me, get to know me, subscribe to the link below, because I'm the guy who's going to change your life and hold your hand every step of the way. All right, nobody else really does that. And no one teaches what I teach in the first place. So it again, that would be a Zelle payment. And that would be a now. I'll call the office right away. So let's think. Today, you want to get supply and vendor money. Okay, that's OPM that I started in 74. No problem. Got in trouble for that too. $100,000 to 1 million, Dun and Bradstreet. Let's take a picture right here if all your cards are jacked up personally. What did I do? I got up to 51,000 of supply credit and I turned it into cash. That's the ultimate goal, cash credit. So to reduce your debt that you jacked up. What do we do? Sell on Amazon and eBay. So let's understand today. I'm going to rebuild you to 750. Then I'm going to talk about the gold cards and the platinum cards and all these things. And here's a spark. I like Capital One Spark cards, but they do reflect and they fluctuate on personal credit, the only card that does. All the other cards don't. So, but it's a good card. We just have to be careful with on our personal credit. Let's say we get the $100,000 Spark card and get the 2 sisters for 30,000. That means 160. If we did it times 9, is at $1 million. If we turn around and we go get the B of A's, 3 of them, times 9. Wells Fargo, 4 of them. Inks have 5. If we look at gold, we do that again. So here now we position corps and divisions for credit cards up to $5 million. Now the next step would be going to the bank. By that time, your corporation's 2 years old, so do your divisions. So here's the 5 banks that I like that'll give you up to $5.4 million of credit. Literally, in about a 36-month period, you could get basically a $12 million corporation if you wanted to. Nothing stops you besides you. But again, what do? Divisions give us the ability to project $1 million in sales. So we have a good projection with the division process. So understand, you need 100,000 credit today. Okay. The office will sell it to you for 10,000 bucks, 10%. If you did it through me while we're on the line here, now, I'm going to basically say that discount they give $79.99 today, I would discount it to $5,000. That's right, 5,000, half price. Because I want you to partner with me and I want to build you the credit for you. And that's the ultimate goal. Next, if you need 100,000 of personal and business, there's 200,000 of credit. So instead of the $79.99 times 2, I'm going to basically give you 200,000 in credit for $69.99. 100,000 to you and 100,000 to the corporation. So that way we have the ability to do that too. So what is their goal? If all you need is 50, if that's your budget, okay. We go after that 50,000 instead of 5 grand, it's 39.99. If we want 25,000 of credit instead of 2,500, it's 19.99. You start wherever you're comfortable with and build up and away, and then you get to know me more too. And that's why you Zell, or call the office right away. Keep in mind again, click the link below, get to like me, and get to what? I get to like you too. Now, money making machine. This means our corporation and division process. I don't believe you have your time. I think your problem is you. That's the ultimate goal. So what do? We become a puppet master. We look at Shaq, we look at other people that have done it, the Waldrings and all these other things. What do? Warren Buffett, the king of puppet mastery. So we own these pieces through a what? Division process, but we get auto income. And then what do? They're run by third party, boring and steady. So I'm going to want you to drive around your city because I want to buy your city and the locations you have and partner up with you. That's the ultimate goal. You should have owned these in the first place. From here, what do we do next? Simple. I told you to make a copy of the blueprint earlier today. I hope you did that. What's the next step? Simple. We need $100,000 to partner up. We know Linda and Dwayne's great story, and the reality is they're living the American dream. They're not bringing the pain home. Was it easy? No. Is it hard sometimes? Yes, even for them. Because what are we trying to do? They're trying to get to 100 million a year. That's the ultimate goal. Screen, take a picture and scan it later today, and she'll tell you I made her a millionaire 5 times. So again, now the new project under nonprofit is creating $27 million through the division process. And that's how it works. We've allocated 10 million to help everybody in our team this year. From there, you do, we do, I do. Simple. Again, what do? We partner up in a business. What happens? Would you like 25, 50, or 75? What percentage do you feel comfortable with the credit I billed you that you want to invest? You're part of the escrow anyway. You cannot get screwed up here. And then I'm going to coach you every step of the way. There's that checklist once again, what you need to partner with me. Hopefully you took a picture earlier, what I told you to do. What do? We look at this thing. Escrows are coming. Are you going to be ready? Are you going to be on the list? Are you going to understand you don't want to miss your opportunity for millionaire status, July, August, and September? What do we do next? We understand division process. So coaching with me, 12 months, and this program partnering with me is 1/3. It's 9,999 bi-weekly calls, and you go to the summit for free. There's that summit by itself. What do? If all you want is a summit, it's $5,000. You get 50,000 of credit. See, there's the goal. So you decide what's comfortable for you, and then you're stuck with me, and I'll build you up and away. And that's the ultimate goal. Because there's no excuses anymore. You want to be online, $19.99 normally. All right, from here, if you've been to the previous one this year, it's $1,000. It's kind of a giveaway, so you can hear it again and again. That's the goal, and that's a Zell today. What is our ultimate goal? See it, believe it, go get it. So blueprint call is important to me because I want to blueprint every one of you. I don't think I can help you 100% until I do. Blueprint call is $19.99. Again, I discount while you're online today for $9.99 half price. What do? We do what I always did. I always took money off of a credit line, 40,000, car wash, laundromat, dry cleaner, 100,000, storage unit, 250 apartment complex kind of thing. So what do? Boring and steady, boring and steady. A mini coaching gives you a blueprint call, a call after that, 10,000 of credit and a rapid refresh. Office sells it for 4,000. If you did it tonight, Zell, now, it's 1999. So that's the ultimate goal. If you did it right away. If you wanted a 6 months program, all right, in 6 weeks or whatever, 3 months or a year, we could do that too. So this is a 6 weeks, 25,000 of credit in all the workshops. Normally it's 11,500. You're on the broadcast tonight, so it's 39.99. If you Zell right away or call the office right away. Now, we have to understand the IRS says 5 million below a small company. So if you do 3, 6, or 12 months coaching with me, we got to focus on 5 million. Keep in mind, this type of coaching has nothing to do with partnering with. What do? We fight to get the keys, and I guide you every step of the way. And that's the goal. This is 2025, and we get to do what? We get to daisy chain the credit. We get calls every other week. You get to play with me every step of the way, and I have no excuses, neither do you. So we can daisy chain the credit into millions of dollars to do biweekly calls too. The coaching for 3 months is $5,000, but it does come with 50,000 of credit. The coaching for 6 months is 10,000. It comes with 100,000 of credit. The coaching for a year, instead of 30 right now, it is $20,000. It comes with 200,000 of credit. The goal is give you enough bonus that basically either one of those is free. Then you're still stuck with me every step of the way. Now, buying an income. What happens when I built my credit, I had to loan out some money. You might take money or credit, put it into a bridge loan. It'll pay you up to about 600 bucks a month, and that payment for $5,000 is like 50 bucks a month. So you basically make about five something a month on every bridge loan you do, but it's up to you. It's just another way to have an income right away, putting cash or card in the bridge loan. Simple to do as well. So that's a Zelle. So let's understand today. Here's American Express. They do a blueprint loan up to 250, and I've helped clients do this all the time. You have to use the platinum card as the gateway to do that. That means if you get one to the corporate, they only give you one. It means the division gets the next one again and again, but it's up to you. What happens with this process here is we have to line up my accounts with you. I have to set up a division of your corporation under my corp. And what do I get to do? We use my bank accounts to show money coming in and out up to 100,000 to millions of dollars. Or if you have it, then you don't need my help on that. I'll just guide you and coach you. If you don't, we partner up on that too. The ultimate goal is we charge you $5,000 to do it. From there, what happens? You basically have what credit I get you. I charge you 10% on the back end. We take it from the line of credit anyway. So you get to play the game and win again and again. So understand that's a Zelle payment for the 5,000 tonight if you want it right away, or you call the office right away too. What is our goal? Every one of you can make $1,000 today or this weekend. What do? You give me 10 friends' email addresses. We'll add them to the email. I'll invite them to all the classes this Saturday for free, even the paid ones. So you can make 10% back to you or store credit. You make a friend, make a buck. So again, help me, help you, and help other people. The referral program, the affiliate program, that's the ultimate goal. You see, we have to look behind the curtain every step of the way. We have to understand rules and tools. Me, I'm going to do my best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. So let's understand tonight. You learned a lot of things. You heard a lot of things too. You got to hear things 8 times again and again and get through the process with me. As we do all these things, let's understand something today. Our goal is basically, Larry says billionaire status. Well, the problem with billionaire, there's 20,000 steps. I mastered all those as well. If we take and get to $100,000 to a million, then we go to 100 million, then we times it by what? Then you get to the billion. Leveraging the money is the best way to do that, by the way. So 800-254-9506. Keep in mind tonight, the ultimate goal is call the office right away. What I offer tonight is good tonight only. So the ultimate goal, do it right away. Keep in mind, we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. Never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.